The Breezy Big T.
So, you're feeling a bit down then?
What? What do you mean?
Well, it just seemed like you were feeling a bit blue for the past 3 hours.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about because I feel fine.
Okay. If you say you're alright and fine, then I'm just gonna assume that...
My wife is gone!
Okay, we're doing this again.
She left me for another man!
As you have mentioned, approximately 10 times.
A man she described as wealthy and handsome! Wealthy and handsome!
A lot of emphasis on those words.
I have a very stable career that brings in good money.
You work in, like, an office?
No, a sandwich shop.
Oh.
I make sandwiches. Don't want to brag, but I make a mean cheese toasty.
I'm sure you do.
And what does she mean by him being handsome? I'm handsome too, right?
I'm gonna say yes, because I fear the consequences of saying no.
What makes it worse is that she took the kids, so at home it's just me on my own with nothing but sandwiches and loneliness! But other than that, I am completely fine.
Wow. That was as extravagant as the last 10 times you told me this.
It's so depressing.
But here's something that I haven't heard several times. How did you find out? Did she, break it to you?
Worse, I caught her in the act.
How did you catch her in the... you know what? Don't answer that. I'm trying to keep this as PG as I can.
It was in the worst possible way.
Okay, that's enough.
I mean, she was just right into getting into...
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You sure?
Positive, and I'm sure nobody at home wants to either.
Fine. Your loss.
Highly doubt that. Instead, let's try and change the subject to things that make you happy, like your favorite things, for example. And yes, I did just reference Sound of Music, and I don't think any explanation is needed for that.
Alright. What specifically?
Your favorite outside activity.
Ah, that's an easy one. On rainy days, I just like to stand outside in the rain and just get soaking wet, just so I could be like my tears. Cold and depressing.
Wow, that was deep.
You know what else is deep?
Really hope your answer is not...
The ocean.
Well, thank God you didn't say what I think you were going to say.
What do you think I was going to say?
Anyway, do you like to play games?
Oh, I love games. I guess you could say I'm a real gamer.
Well, you still got your dad jokes. At least nobody can take that away from you.
And by take away, you mean how my wife took away my kids.
Yes, I know. Let's not start that again. Instead, let me ask you a few questions, and then you give me some few-word answers to them. Doesn't that sound fun and totally not depressing?
It's almost as if you were really trying to make me happy.
Oh, you have no idea. Okay, the first question is your favorite drink?
Alcohol.
Favorite food?
Anything serving at McDonald's.
Favorite song?
Someone Like You by Adele.
Favorite movie?
Titanic, mainly for the ending.
Favorite color?
Blue, because it matches my feelings.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs, because they give you comfort when you're feeling depressed. For me, it's all the time.
Wow, you are just one little sad mess, aren't you?
Is it that noticeable?
If I was finding a needle in a haystack, I would just take the haystack. You really stand out.
It's just that it's so hard to move on from her. She was everything to me. And then she had to go and leave me for that hunk of beef. It was like I was a starter and he was the main course.
I can't say that's a good or bad comparison because I've never met the guy, but here's a question for you. Have you considered that your ex-wife is just one of many fishes in the sea?
Because I don't want those fishies. I just want her.
Why?
Because I don't know if I can find anyone else.
At least you did have her.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, that kind of tells you that you had a chance with someone, so who's to say that you can't do it again?
Holy smokerinos. When you put it in that perspective, it kind of gives you hope that you're not going to be alone forever, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And there's more than one way to get another chance out there these days. Granted, some methods are more desperate than others.
And the more options and choices there are, the easier it is.
Exactly.
Well, that's a new and positive way of looking at it. Guess I'm going to have to do some catfishing, am I right?
Yeah, that's not really something you should be doing.
You sure?
Definitely.
Well, whatever the case, I would just like to say a big parental thank you for getting my love life back on track. Not that it had anything to do with you in the first place.
Yeah, it really didn't. And maybe one day, who knows, you'll meet another nice girl, maybe named, I don't know, Vanessa, Stacy, or Taffy. What?
My wife's name is Taffy.
Oh, no.
She was everything to me. She was my world, my sunshine. Every day I did everything I could to try and please her or make her happy. But then she had to go and spend time with that muscle-bended, well-shaped, greatly gifted son of a...